All right, so who will be the first team to advance to the Stanley Cup Final? It's looking quite good for Washington. The Caps up 3-0 here in the series. And all three games actually have had the same final score. The Caps have won each of them 5-4, and all three of them have also gone to sudden death. Although after three games, they've played a combined 4 minutes of sudden death. After games 1 and 2, Washington won both of them just a minute into overtime. And then in game 3, it took them 2 whole minutes in New Jersey to score in overtime and take a 3-0 lead in the series. So I don't really think much else needs to be said other than that. I want to get into this one quickly because, I mean, this could go a few more games. Washington was in the same position against the Calgary Flames in the opening round, and of course that ended up going 7 games. So it remains to be seen what we'll get here. But if this is a quick one, I might even pause the camera and come right back on with Phoenix and Vancouver and finish that series as well. So we could get both Stanley Cup Final teams, depending on what happens in this one. Anyway, this is 5 Dice Hockey. Martin K is the creator of this game. It's free, it's available, and there's a description. It will be in the description to this video where you can find that game and download it for free. Anyway, 2 minutes here to get us started, and I should probably actually. Okay, let's see here. Close that. Okay, now I think I'm good to go. So 2 minutes into it, and we're going to get nothing here in the opening couple. We're going to stay in the same minute. We get our first turnover here with a 6-4-1. The 2 means it goes back for New Jersey, and we don't advance time or anything. And actually, the 2:24, the Devils here at home need a 2-1-6, where the Capitals also need a 2-1-6. Each of their home away offense and home defense adds up to 59, and then for New Jersey, their home offense and Washington's away defense adds up to 59, hence the same numbers. Washington has a decided advantage should it go to Washington for Game 5, but the Devils don't get anything there. We're going to take 2 more off the clock here, and with a 2, hold on now, the 2-4-1's the same thing. Perhaps almost, but not quite. We take another minute off the clock where we get another green 2, but again, they need a 2 and a 1 after that instead of a 2 and a 2. So 2 more off the clock here now. We're up to minute 7. And let's see here. We're going to stay in the same minute, but nothing happening. So we're going to go 2 more here now up to minute 9. We have another turnover, the 6-1-3, this time back to Washington. Turnover for the Capitals. And, I didn't have to drop all 5 dice there, actually. It doesn't matter, though. The green 5 means that nothing really happens. So 3 more here off the clock. We're up to minute 12 now, and same thing. Not a whole lot going on here early. So Varlamov, Brodeur, good goaltending showdown thus far. We're going to get a rare play, though, a rare event here with the 6-6-6. I think I have to take another minute off the clock. So the 6-6-6 there, I noticed that right away. And so that means a bit of paper mess, I guess. Paper card cutout mess there in the tray. Sorry about that. Why is that bothering me? Going to roll 2d6 here on this here rare events chart. Because this is a 1, and I meant to clarify this with Martin, but this is how I've been playing it. I'm just going to bounce it back the other way. So certain things that come up here, sometimes it specifies home and away. Other times I'm just going to assume that this is back New Jersey's way. I will assume a turnover on a rare event as well, because for all of the other 6s, you do that. So anyway, I will roll these 2 actually. So that comes out to an 8. And 8, it says no more action and 1 minute to period's end. So I guess we're just simply going to advance up to minute 19, where we have a scoreless game here. And we're going to get 3 minutes into the second period now, and same thing. Again, what I said about Brodeur and Varlamov. So we're going to go up to minute 5 here. Actually, we will get our first goal just as soon as I say that, though, almost. It's going to be the Devils taking a 1-0 lead here. Trying to think if they've ever... Yes, they have been ahead multiple times in the series. Washington really has done, I think, the most damage that they've done in this series has been in the third period, where, in fact, in one game they battled back to tie with Varlamov on the bench and forced sudden death overtime that way, and that was one of the wins that they picked up. Anyway, it's 1-0 New Jersey. 6 minutes into this one, we take another 2, or 5 rather, and we take another 2 off the clock. We have a 2:53, so it's going to remain a 1-0 hockey game, but we're going to get a goal here 2 minutes later in the 3. It means that the Capitals have tied it now, just under halfway into a regulation, or through it, and there you go. It's a 1-1 hockey game here. 4 more off the clock now. We're up to minute 13 with a 2:26. And we're going to see 2 more off the clock here. Now we're up to minute 15. Same thing, nothing going on here. So close game, nearing 40. 3 more off the clock now. 2:43. Same thing, almost, but not quite. We're going to take another minute off the clock now. 19. The green 3 tells me that we have no more goals. We're going to stay in the same minute, though, but same thing. It's a goalless one. So 3 more now. We're 2 minutes into the third period. The green 5. So 1-1 hockey game here. 4. That puts us up to minute 6, and I see the 6:33 in the 6, so this is going to be a chance for Washington without advancing time. 3:32 or 3:23 rather. So nothing on that. 2 more off the clock here now, and yep, same thing. There's going to be nothing. And I really hope I have messed this up. I know I'm trying to go quickly here. Last time it was after the fact when I played the video back that I realized that I'd screwed up on something. So anyway, there's nothing here that I can see. Another minute coming off the clock now, and same thing, nothing. Okay, another minute, and another minute of nothing. 3 more here off the clock now, so we're 56 minutes basically through regulation play, and we have a tie game here in the 264. So getting close with those green 2s, but just as I say that, first we'll advance time. We looked at 5. That's New Jersey, and that's a 162. So the New Jersey Devils have taken the lead here with a few minutes to go. 1 goal game here. I think what I'm going to do here, I'm going to allow 1 more roll of the blue die, and if it goes past 60, I'll assume that they couldn't pull Varlamov really in time to really get anything going 6-on-5, and otherwise then I'll pull the goalie. So drop all 5 for this one here, where we get 2 more off the clock. So we have a minute to go, and nothing there. So now what I'm going to do, I am going to pull Varlamov here with a minute remaining, and I'm just going to roll these 2. This is the 10s, this is the 1s. Okay, so 35, that means actually, I know from 11 to 36, that means that the team that is ahead scores a goal in the empty net. So whether or not they scored it, I mean, also I advanced time as well. That's a house rule. Whether or not I'll give them credit for it. I mean, either way, New Jersey has won the game. So this is now a 3-1 series. I'm using green because it's a classic, you know, the Christmas Devils jerseys from the 80s, and recently revived retro look for them as well as a reverse retro. So I'm using green for New Jersey, blue for Washington for the Capitals. Again, some of their alternate jerseys have blue, and a sip of coffee. And so anyway, this is well, the Devils aren't going to be swept, so we're going to go back to Washington here for game 5. And here in game 5, again, Washington 222 or lower. That is their scoring range. The Devils 164 or below. So Washington with a bigger advantage, whereas game 4 was even. And again, all the games have been fairly even. They have been 1-goal games. That one may or may not have been a 1-goal game. I don't know if I should have allowed that empty net goal or not. Actually, using the original rules, that would count as considered the final sequence or final roll of the game. Anyway, that could have no bearing on this one. So we're going to take 2 minutes off the clock here to start game 5, and nothing in the opening couple. 3 more to follow up here. We're up to minute 5, and same thing, nothing through a handful, through the first handful here in game 5. Up to minute 7, and 2:22. Hold, not so fast. 2:22, so that means actually the Caps, with exactly the 2:22 they need, have taken a 1-goal lead here. And we're going to take another minute here off the clock. So 8, and once again, look at this, 2-1-1. So Washington, a couple of quick goals. And, well, as a result, they have a 2-0 lead. Trying to keep it simple here, not veer too far off course with narratives and players and stuff like that. Just want to get a result. Where, again, so it looks like, and it's funny, so to me at least, I was using a ball roller for the first few games of this series, and I was getting goals in bunches like this, and it's happened here as well. New Jersey, another minute off the clock. Hopefully I remember to move a minute there. Anyway, New Jersey has scored, so we have a 2-1 hockey game, and let's see if we're going to keep getting the goal scoring. Yes, we are. So 3 more off the clock now. So here in minute 12, again with a 2:11, that means that Washington is taking a 3-1 lead. This is the Canada-Czechia game that I started to watch some of early. I found out that the World Juniors has been canceled, and I'm kind of going back after the fact now and watching some of the games because I didn't really have time to catch them as they were happening anyway. So anyway, we have a 4-goal game here. That was a 5-goal first period between Canada and Czechia. We're going to take 2 more off the clock here, 14. And with a 2:23, Washington has missed it by 1. They've missed going up 4-1 by 1. Take another minute here off the clock, and 5 to go here in the opening frame with the 3-1 score. 17-0 here in the next couple. 2 more here, so we're going to have, I think this is our first turnover here of the game. Pretty sure that it is. It's going New Jersey's way. We don't advance time. And the Devils, they can't quite score with the opportunity. We're going to advance a minute into period 2. Same thing, nothing in those couple of minutes. We're going to take another 4 now. We're up to minute 5 here in period 2, and same thing. Things have settled down, at least for the past little bit here. So minute 8, and same thing. It's going to remain 3-1. So 2 more minutes here off the clock now. So we're halfway through. Washington up by 2. We stay in the same minute there with nothing. 3 more coming off the clock now. We have a turnover, 6:36. That's a breakaway, and so it's going to be a breakaway goal for the Devils, actually, to get to within 1. Breakaway, it's turnover breakaways, so breakaway goal there for New Jersey. Covey versus Ovi. This would be a good matchup. Anyway, in the same minute, the New Jersey Devils have tied the game. 2 goals within a minute here, 12 minutes into period 2, so really doing all they can to stay alive in this series, and we remain in the same minute, but with no goal in that. So it's up to minute 17 now, and we have a 6:61 here. This is going Washington's way without advancing time. Nothing happens. So 2 more here. We're up to, just a minute to go here in the second period, and 3-all hockey game. We're going to stay in the final. So 2-1-4, but with the 2. So I hope all of New Jersey's goals are within range. One of them was a breakaway, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. I think the other one was like a 1-1-2, though. I'm pretty sure I'm safe. Watch, I'm going to play that back now and find out that I've wrong this again. Anyway, I'm not deliberately making any mistakes here. So 2 minutes into the third period, obviously. Okay, another minute gone by here, and we have a 2:23, which will mean, actually, no, again, that's not such a close call for the Devils. Another minute gone by here in period 3, and we have nothing, so 3-3 here in 3. 3 more off the clock now, so we're up to 6. And same thing. Don't know if New Jersey wants to go to sudden death in any event, though. So up to 9 now with a 2:63. So nothing there. We're going to stay in the same minute. Same thing, more of the same, meaning no goals being scored. That wasn't tilted in the end. So 2:26, though, nothing other than 2 minutes coming off the clock. And stay in the same minute with a 1:62 in the 5. So Washington here with 9 minutes to go. The Devils facing elimination. The Caps taking a 4-3 lead. And stay in the same minute, but with nothing. Okay, another minute gone by, and it looks like we have another goal, though. And look at this, New Jersey with a 1-1-3. Covey and Ovi trading blows, or trading goals at least. And so we have a 4-all game now with 8 to go. And we're going to take half of those 8 minutes. We're up to 16, and 4-4 was the score at the end of regulation in games 1, 2, and 3 as well. So anyway, we stay in the same minute here. Let's see, 2:56, so a lot of whistles, I would interpret that as. So 18, and it's a tie game. Nobody's pulling the goalie. We stay in 18, though, with a 6-1-5. We will advance time in this turnover, and it is a chance for Washington. So 2 off the clock here, tail end of the period, and we could still get a 1, though, and something happening in this very same minute, but nothing here on this roll. So, no, we're going into sudden death, so we are 2 minutes now into sudden death overtime here, 7 victory overtime, with a 4-all game. Again, same end of regulation verdict that we had in games 1, 2, and 3. And 2 more minutes coming off the clock now. Looks like we have a turnover here with a 6-2 for the Devils, so it's going to go the Capitals' way, and we will advance time because of the white 4. Okay, so 5. And again, that was a turnover for Washington, so it would appear with the 166 that on a turnover, a handful of minutes into overtime, they've won 3 of the 4 games in overtime, but they've played a combined, let's see, 5, carry the 2, 5, 7, 8, 9. So 3 overtime wins, but a grand total of 9 minutes here of hockey and sudden death. And so exactly the same. And again, I was using ball roller. I was doing it totally different for those first 3 games of the series. So interesting to me, at least, that here in Game 5, I've replicated it exactly with the dice. Washington I'm going to interpret that as meaning they were just meant to win these games this way in this series. And so what you have here is the Washington Capitals advancing to the Stanley Cup Final, where either Phoenix or Vancouver will await. This is a 15-minute video, so I think what I will do, I'm going to chop it up. I don't want to make the video too long. I think I'll come back and do Phoenix, and because this ended up being a couple of games, so I will do Phoenix and Vancouver separately. Anytime you give to this or any other, it's never expected, but it's always appreciated, and I hope that you're having fun enjoying your games. Yeah. Playing as said in the community, and I like it, so I'm going to echo it here and probably botch it because I'm on the spot. But enjoying playing the games that you want to play the way you want to play them. So, anyways, cheers, thanks, and yeah, bye for now.